Oh shit. Cheers, man.
So tell me, bro, how long should I be resting between my sets?
It depends, man. Are you training for strength or hypertrophy?
Me, myself, I do both. But hypothetically, let's say I'm training to gain some muscle.
Yeah.
Now, it might not matter that much, actually, how long you rest. The bias in the fitness community has gone towards longer rest. Have you heard?
Yeah.
Yep. But if you account for the volume, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Say, for example, I'm doing 5 minutes rest between my sets,
Yeah.
and I'm doing sets of 10, and I do 4 sets. And I am able to get 10 reps on each set
Yeah.
and I'm like one shy of failure.
Yeah.
If I do the same thing with like 1 minute rest, I'm going to lose like 2 reps, 3 reps, 4 reps. But then if I add another set
Yeah.
and I account for those reps that I got with longer rest,
Yeah.
it should be like the same thing.
Yeah.
So for building muscle, probably not that big of a difference.
No, I can see that because back when we started, we had this like knowledge base of usually like maybe rest between like 1-2 minutes if you went for hypertrophy, like more for the pure muscle part.
Yep.
And maybe up to 5 minutes if you aim for a more strength-based approach, more like powerlifting, for example. But we've been getting more like research and studies on this stuff as well, and I can absolutely see what you're talking about, that it really doesn't have that much impact at all, like how long you rest. So that I can agree on, but it's of course depends on what we're training for. Like if we exclude the part of how well we will grow our muscles, but like if you think about endurance and our cardiovascular capacities and those things will always like vary from all sorts of people.
Yeah, it differs a lot. Also based on your background. Like, are you coming into lifting and you've done some endurance training like all of your life?
Yeah,
There might be an argument that you could have shorter rest periods.
yeah,
But let's say that you want to focus on either like hypertrophy or strength.
yeah,
Like we've already concluded, sort of, we have at least,
Yeah.
that it might not matter that much. Just rest until you're ready to go again,
Yeah.
I'd say.
yeah,
But what about strength? If we want to add some serious poundage to the bar,
yeah.
what do you think? How do you like approaching that in your workouts?
Like to get the maximal power output. I still go by the I go by feel approach as we talked about. Like I do the set whether it's a single, a triple, or even 5 rep sets, doing more heavy based work. I still do the thing like go back into the next set whenever I feel ready for it, and you should always do that, I think. But if we want to like follow a certain setup, a certain routine, I would still go by that old school 5 minute timestamp.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one for like anyone. It doesn't matter if you could go again at already 3 minutes or you need like 7 minutes. You still could like use that 5 minutes as a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
I think, and the more you train and the more experience you get, your ability to recover will also adapt
Yeah.
more and more, and it depends on what kind of lift you do and what kind of exercise variations you do, because maybe you don't need as much rest in a ordinary squat as you do for let's say searcher squat. Just because maybe you haven't done a lot of searcher squatting, so it's a new stimuli, it's a new movement, so that will fatigue you more than an ordinary squat, which you probably have done way more. And that's the thing, like immediately when you approach a new exercise, a new stimuli of some sort, your body will like take more stress and it will break down way easier, like very easy.
I agree.
Doesn't really matter what it is and how experienced you are, because immediately when it's like a new thing, it's gonna mean like really good progression, really good results when you do new things.
Yeah.
But your body isn't gonna be used to it
No.
every time. So sometimes you will need more rest than you maybe have taken into account.
Yeah.
But those are things you really need to just explore and learn what worked for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why you might want to manipulate your rest in between sets.
Yeah.
One reason is maybe I'm short on time. I don't have a lot of time to gym.
No.
I gotta get in there, get it done, and get out and
Yeah.
get to business. So that then you have to start thinking like, what are my goals?
Yeah.
Why am I here? Am I here to just build muscle, or muscle and strength, or just strength? Well, we can see that obviously the first like heavy working set you do
Yeah.
is going to contribute to your strength journey the most.
Yeah.
Like that first set of like your like real working set weight, that's going to contribute the most to your strength gains.
Yeah.
Now, what you do after that, I mean, you could cut down the like rest time a lot, even if you are like going for strength
Oh yeah.
to a certain extent. Once you get to a certain point, you need to start accumulating a lot more skill acquisition, time under the bar,
Yeah.
getting a lot of weight over time.
Yeah.
But to a certain extent, when you start off like going for more strength, that first set is going to do a lot, and it's going to get you strong for quite some time.
Agree. And then we also have like the subgroup of maybe junk volume, and where do we draw the line of junk volume, like both in reps and sets. Like how high can you really go to make that progress in reps? Is it 20 reps? Is it 25? Is it 30? Same with sets. How many sets can you actually like do and make them count?
Yeah, before
and,
like the quality diminishes.
Yeah, and which set will be the like garbage, like the start of this doesn't really matter for my progression.
I would say for most people, if you go beyond like 4 exercises in one workout, it's gonna start like diminishing pretty hard.
You mean like 4 total?
4 total exercises, and I'm guessing like 3 to 4 sets per exercise. After that, it's gonna start diminishing, like the quality.
I believe that. How many exercises do you tend to lay on within your sessions?
That depends. I usually don't go beyond like 5.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I like to get in more frequently and just really hit it hard the first few exercises I do.
Yeah, I think that's really good, because that's pretty common today. As when you start working out, you often like not only do the bro splits, but you often start out with, let's say, push-pull legs or upper-lower splits. And within those splits, we can easily see like up to maybe 8 exercises in a workout. For example, a push workout
Yeah.
could be like 2 to 3 exercises chest, 2 to 3 exercises shoulders, and maybe 2 exercises triceps. There we have 8. We could
Yeah.
even go beyond that. But we've also seen like the optimal or the range we should aim at is between like 9 and 18 sets. And we will all like have varied like points where we fit the best. Like maybe back in the day I could lay at the top like almost 20 sets
Yeah.
like per muscle group a week, but now maybe 9, like on the lower end, but it's the best gains and best progression I've gotten in years.
Yeah.
Also, since I maybe a few years back I started to do only full body workouts. Also the best one for me, doesn't have to be the best one for everyone, but
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Then I could go maybe 3 days a week, still have time for other stuff and still make very efficient gains. And then only, like you said, do 4 or 5 exercises of like a lot of compounds. I remember maybe 2 years ago I tried it for the first time, like only 5 exercises, and like it was something I tried. I only trained with the barbell. No dumbbells, no cables, nothing else, just barbell.
Yeah.
That's not my point of the story here.
Uh-huh.
But then I only did like 5 exercises with really heavy stuff, yes, but I didn't go maybe as often, but I didn't need to either.
No.
And yeah, latest time I switched it down to 2 sets, which in the like end of last year. I've always trained with 3 sets because maybe back in the day I felt like training with 1 or 2 sets per exercise would be too little.
3 sets, 10 to 12.
Yeah,
Fitness dogma.
yeah, exactly. But there comes a point when you actually have to think like how can I adapt my recovery, because your recovery will never be the same.
Yeah.
As you grow older, as you get more experienced, you also adapt like with your fatigue levels, how easy you get fatigued, which kind of work gets you fatigued, and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So we'll always have to like adapt your situation like that. I can tell that for sure right now.
Yeah.